Stay on the outside, walk forward.
Wait, do I need to be over there, Kenny? Where am I? Oh, that's pre-check. Yeah. Just regular.
Regular, make a right from there.
Back to this
All the
one?
way, make a right.
Okay, for the very least I could explain why I'm in New York and what I'm doing, and yes, I am actually bringing the Daily Stack back. Batteries are all dead, we're back from New York, I'm recharging, editing, and putting things in place, but I've been working with a black belt out of Atlanta named Kenny Kim, a friend of mine from back in the day. When I first started training jiu-jitsu, Will Edmondson got his black belt under Kenny recently. I'd hit him up a couple months ago, kind of like trying to expand my knowledge and where I wanted to train and kind of start training with guys that had similar goals in mind that I did. And came up and did an open mat. Rolled with all those guys, everybody was really cool. Like, it's really in line with what I really truly believe in through jiu-jitsu and martial arts is, you know, the open door type policy. I'm training up there now. I train in Atlanta between a couple different people, just kind of mixing things in. Now I'm working on a project with Kenny called TrainBJJOnline.com. It's him and UFC vet Dean Thomas. So the whole reason that we are in New York, or we're in New York, we were in New York with Dean Thomas on the project with TrainBJJOnline.com. They share their knowledge on competition, MMA, street smarts, jiu-jitsu, and everything in between. They're putting up content every single week. We were up in New York for the UFC Brooklyn, where Dean Thomas had a guy fighting to film in the actual like fighters room. So it was one of those weekends that, or it wasn't even a weekend. That's what Kenny and I kept talking about, is that it would be in New York time. That was like 5 days compressed down into 72 hours. So if you haven't watched the vlog yet, head on over to trainbjjonline.com and the vlog's there. And it was pretty insane. Basically just trying not to fangirl out the whole time. Back to New York.
Any friend of Dean Thomas, keep outside. Why don't you introduce me? You're so rude. Listen.
You can just, you kind of fly around for a little bit, right?
That's what it looks like. He's gonna play a video. It's insane.
And these guys will do it, and they get killed when they hit mountains or trees or whatever, because you're zipping through the air. And so if you hit something, you're finished.
Yeah, no, the ones on the left.
Right here? Okay.
I got you.
I mean, I almost bought one.
Yeah. It's been pretty awesome.
Dude, I had it in my cart, but then we decided to wait.
Yeah.
It was before it came out, and it was pre-order. Camera I was gonna buy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
You like it?
Yeah, I've loved it. It's versatile.
It's real good for like.
On the go. Yes, this thing was pretty awesome. The one issue that I had was the tiny little, I don't even know if you can see that. I don't know if it's focusing or not, but that there's a tiny little pinhole that is the microphone. And so if my fat little thumb ever goes across it, muffles the sound. But otherwise, this thing was really cool, and it gave me an ability to shoot multiple cameras and my hands not be as full. Because, I mean, I have been shooting before and had, like, this camera hanging around. You know, this one, like, in a bicep like that, and then holding that one with a hand. I've done that, like, at concerts and stuff, trying multi-angle, multi-camera look. Just this in my hand and being able to do some kind of little camera tricks, that's been cool. But entirely separate video, and I'll review this shortly.
Because Usman he's better defensively.
Okay.
He's just better defensively, and it doesn't make sense. I'm like, it's gonna make Tyron look bad because it's gonna be a boring fight. And they go, oh, this guy sucks. I'm game, man.
Appreciate it.
Am I out of your shot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's real tight, so. All right. How you gonna sit? You feel comfortable with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Perfect. Don't touch any of the levers because it might just fall at any second.
I'm not touching nothing. You gonna stand this whole time?
Yeah. No, we're
Look
good.
at you. All right.
We're good. I sit down too much as it is.
That's why y'all got me in this high chair.
All right. 3, 2, 1. This is Ike Feldman and Pete Hoffman on the Mike's On app, and we are joined right now. Very first guest on the Mike's On app, Dean Thomas, the best organization in MMA, American Top Team, and we have Dean, one of the co-trainers, a former UFC fighter, and.
I don't know if this mic's gonna help, but we're walking through Times Square, headed back up to meet with Kenny Kim, who we've been here with the last 3 days, 2 days, I don't know, it feels like 20 days time. But been shooting a vlog, shooting techniques with trainbjjonline.com with Dean Thomas and Kenny Kim. We're back. Full-fledged, full core, rocking, socking. Don't get to stay for the fights, which, looking at the forecast, isn't a bad thing. Because I think that the forecast is calling for like 5 degrees tomorrow. So, but anytime I get to come up to the greatest city on earth, as R.C. Hagans puts it, but absolutely love it. Went to the Gotham Comedy Club last night. But it's been a whirlwind of the last 6 months. But things are finally falling into place. And I think that the day to stack is now back. No guarantees on the consistency. I'm shooting a lot for Kenny and a bunch of other different people, doing all kinds of projects. ADD, it's a real thing. But we, yeah, see, got distracted by a squirrel. What up?
Finally get my first cup of coffee.
I just chugged mine. Times Square. 2 backpacks. With Kenny. Found him at the Cuban restaurant. Man. It's like capitalism just took it. It's crazy. I'm gonna have to come up here when I'm not on a diet because the temptation to just eat my way through this city is there. But 170 on February 8th. It's coming. Okay,
And
thank
it's more of a maze. Just go to clear next to clear.
No, just regular.
All the way down to the end.
This is me, yeah. I'll see you at the gate. Last time I beat him there.
What's up, y'all? We are here in Brooklyn, UFC Fight Night. First time ever that ESPN is covering.
Listen, we just filmed a whole bunch of videos, self-defense, MMA Jiu-Jitsu, no-gi Jiu-Jitsu, it's all there. We're gonna be uploading soon, so make sure you guys tune in to trainbjjonline.com and get registered. War Tribe, baby.
Hold the line, War Tribe.